Hi guys, it's attorney Terri S. Herron, your local family law attorney here in Georgia, and today I want to talk to you about 5 things that hinder you in a custody battle. I should title this 5 mistakes that are made in custody battles. Listen, this is going to be before the custody battle, during the custody battle, and also after the custody battle. So let's jump right into it. The number 1 mistake that people make is not allowing the other side to see the children. Don't do that. Listen, judges are looking for the person who's going to foster the parent-child relationship. Unless you have a real reason to keep these children away from the other person, you shouldn't be doing that. You should be trying to provide some kind of parenting time for these children with the other person, whether that be the dad or whether that be the mother. You should be fostering the parent-child relationship. I see this too often. I see where, and I hate to say this, but the mother has allowed parenting time, had no problem with it, and then all of a sudden, dad gets a new girlfriend, and now the visitation stops. The parenting time stops. There's no reason for it. You're not in fear of your children being harmed. You're just doing it out of spite. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know, before a dad is legitimated, of course he doesn't have any rights. He doesn't have any visitation rights. He doesn't have any legal rights. He doesn't have any of that, you know, if this is a child that was born out of wedlock. But at the same time, you should be going into court being able to say that you actually attempted to foster that parent-child relationship and you offered parenting time, okay? So that's one of the mistakes that people make. Let's go to number 2, disparaging the other parent. Stop doing this. Why would you say negative things to the children about the other parent? This goes both ways. Don't do that. This often ends up in court as evidence. And first of all, you don't even realize how much it hurts the children, how much harm it's doing to the children. Don't do that. Sometimes we just have to say nothing. Let the children, if dad is a deadbeat, let the children see that dad is a deadbeat. You don't have to say that, so don't do that. Don't disparage the other parent. Number 3, making allegations that cannot be substantiated. We see this all the time. There's a custody battle. You're claiming that dad is on drugs. You're claiming that mom is on drugs. You're claiming that they have this criminal history, that, you know, 17 counts of felony convictions and things of that nature. And then none of that could be substantiated. Listen, if you're going to make these allegations, you know, I've seen allegations of molestation when there was nothing going on. This is serious. You cannot make allegations like that. You have to be able to substantiate whatever you're alleging. Be able to substantiate that, okay? Be able to have some evidence that's gonna back that up. But don't throw that out there without being able to substantiate that. All right, so number 4. Allowing someone else to call them dad or mom. Don't do that. Your children have a dad. Your children have a mom. The new girlfriend, the new wife shouldn't be calling or should be telling the children to call her mommy. You shouldn't be doing that either. No, they have a mom. And vice versa with the dads. Listen, they have a dad. Children should not be telling the stepdad or calling the stepdad or the boyfriend dad. Listen, there's a dad, there's a mom. You know, so don't do that. You're gonna have to find another name. Miss Julie, Mr. Ed, whatever, but don't allow your children to call someone else who's not the dad, dad. That is so disrespectful to dad, and that's disrespectful also to mom. So don't do that. Number 5, not being an active part of your children's lives. You have to be an active part of the children's lives. Listen, you're going to court, you're fighting for custody, but you don't even know the teachers' names. You don't even know what doctor or who the children's pediatrician is. You know, those are simple things. You don't even know the last time that they had a, what do they call it now? PTA meeting, parent teacher conference. You know, you don't even know that. You know, you have to be an active part of your child's life. I can't tell you how many people have come to me asking for custody. And when I say, well, when was the last time you saw your child? Oh, it was 3 years ago. Well, why haven't you seen your children in 3 years or your child in 3 years? You know, she hadn't let me. Okay, I get that. So why didn't you file something with the court 3 years ago? You know, so keep this in mind. Be an active part of your children's lives. And if you're not able to, listen, that's when you call an attorney. That's when you go to court and you file the proper paperwork so that you can do that. It's never an excuse to say, hey, I hadn't seen my children in 1 year, but guess what? I didn't even file with the court, or I didn't want to hire an attorney. No excuse. You know, if that's the case, then you don't need to be asking for custody. So be an active part of your children's lives. Show up to the basketball games. Show up to the spelling bees. Show up to the school and see what's going on with your children. I really do hope that these tips were able to assist you and able to help you when it comes to custody. But listen, when it comes to custody, there are just some common sense things that we can actually consider. It doesn't have to be a part of my top 5 list. Just use common sense. I'm Terri Herron. I'll be back next week with some more tips for you. Your local family law attorney. You can always leave comments. You can always leave questions if you have them. I want to know, what are some of the things that you've seen in custody battles that should have been in maybe not my top 5, but hey, if I do a top 20 list, what are some of the things that you've seen? Leave that below in the comments. Have a great day.